Hi guys, my name's Dimitris, and in today's video I'm going to talk about some of the key productivity tools from our EZWrite software whiteboard. First and foremost, selecting the blue briefcase at the end there will load up your toolbox functionalities, whether that's going to be different Microsoft tools like your math calculator, your math tools such as a ruler, protractor, compass, even something as simple as an actual calculator on there has been pre-built to make your teaching experience even easier. One of the most common ones used though is what we call the Teams post here. The screen can be split between 2 and 3 sections here. Main reason for that, as I'm writing as a student, I can't write on someone else's screen. So you don't have to worry about someone interrupting someone else's learning experience. I can clear it all out as the teacher control here, but what I can also do as a teacher, hit the Q&A button, write out my question once, and hit set. And that will now copy the question across all 3 Teams post pages. Once I am done with that, I can simply hit the minimize tool, and that will actually push it into the top right corner where you can just double click on it and it will reopen it back up to continue on the next part. Or if you're done, you can hit X and either save it or don't save that work. One of the other key points in the toolbox is something as simple as running your Google Chrome. This will allow you to open up any existing information that you have from the web browser and then use options such as your drag and drop, or then just play a video file or whatever's needed while taking notes on the board at the same time. If you don't want to run it anymore, simply drag from the middle and that will close that website down for you. In your interactive learning environments now, what we also have is the Cloud Whiteboard tool here at the bottom. As you can see, we have the Start Cloud Whiteboard and we also have the Start Google Classroom. Depending on the environment that you use, if I hit Google Classroom, that will ask you to sign into a Google account that's already loaded and then send the announcement to that classroom setting. If I select your Start Cloud Whiteboard, what that will do, bring up a QR code for students to actually use and write on the board from the luxury of their own devices. This means that for yourself as a teacher, you don't have to worry about students moving around the classroom and being disruptive. What they can do, simply scan it or type in the URL across Windows, Mac, iPads or web browser version. They will be able to have full access to the board. And then for teachers, anyone that's actually part of the list, you can pick who can write on the board from their devices. Again, this comes into play because what that means now is they, as students, have complete access to the board to write on, but they can also save the work directly onto their laptops or their iPads if they're using that, so you don't have to worry about anyone missing out on work. On top of all this, you also have the record function. What that will do, it will record whatever you're writing on the board, and due to the microphones at the front of the board here, it will also record your voice. So any students that aren't present on the day, you'll be able to send them this file and they can watch it back whenever needed. Again, these are just a handful of the tools that we do have available in the whiteboarding session. We do have plenty of options, but if there is more that is needed, feel free to let us know and we can always look at getting further updates for you. Thank you.